everyone, welcome to the table for a solo playthrough of the game Earth by Inside Up Games. All right, so I'll explain a little bit of the rules and mostly explain it while I am playing. So I'll just give you a little summary of some actions I can do and what I'm looking at in general. So far we have it set up where the events are already out, so I can kind of have a direction of what I might want to draft to start. So I see a few things out here. These would be end game scoring cards here, and these are like, consider these like events right here. These four cards. I'm trying to get them done before my opponent, the AI, and getting more points by doing so. Now this is double-sided board. This is considered the more, I don't know if you call it advanced, but on the other side they're equal points. This side they descend. So you want to accomplish these as quick as possible. That's one thing you can aim for. One of many things. So I see some objectives here that might guide my decision. Having four of these plant symbols, for instance, getting that accomplished in my area, my little tableau. Having six cards that are 4 VP or more on them. Having six cards, each with a cost of 4 soil or more. Having 8 cards in my habitat that have rain, or they are wet habitat, they call it. Okay, so I have some direction. I also have some direction in what's going to score me victory points at the end. 4 VP per every 2 fauna with 2 or less growth. Okay, 7 VP per column in which each of the 4 cards have different number of growth. Okay, that doesn't mean much to you right now, but we'll get into it. So with that knowledge, I can then draft. I have 2 cards, and they're both double-sided on all these categories. So I have an ecosystem here. So you notice 2 of these are actually pretty much guiding me to get more expensive, more costly cards. 6 cards, each with VP of 4 or more. 6 cards, each with a cost of 4 soil or more. So I'm looking for expensive cards. I might try to guide my decision to see if there's anything here that is expensive that guides that. This is actually the opposite. Having 8 cards with 3 or fewer VP, so I don't want that. 6 VP per column of these different types with 4 cards, different types. So that's nothing. So this card actually has the opposite, which is more what I want. This ecosystem, the New Guinea rainforest ecosystem. 5 VP for every 2 cards with a victory point of 4 more. Now this kind of goes with my strategy for this card right here, and kind of this card too, because the higher cost tends to be the more victory points. Not always, but it tends to be. So I'm going to go with this as my ecosystem. So I slot that right here, and I'll discard this. All right, starting, I'm going to ignore these for now, and I'm going to go over here for the climate. So these are ongoing abilities that will trigger when I do these type of actions. We'll get into the actions. This is actually 3 different choices of the 4 right there, 3 different colors. There are 4 different colors on my actions. So I don't really care for ones I have to spend cards too much. Not as much, I should say. So both these cards, I have to spend cards on them. That's what the bonus is. This I can spend one sprout to get 3 growth. I kind of like that. This one gives me 2 soil if I choose the yellow action. So it does not give it to me if my opponent chooses it. I'm going to go with this one. So regardless, when somebody does this action of growth, I believe this is called growth, this blue action. No, maybe not. Maybe this one's called growth. This one is called, can't recall. But essentially sprouting. It sprouts, so maybe it is. Maybe it is. So I would spend 1 sprout to get 3 growth on my cards. I'm going to go with this one. It only gives me 1 victory point. Looks like that's the lowest of the options, but I think it's more useful for me, hopefully. I'm going to slot this one. And that'll go here in my climate area. And then one more card to pick. These will give me a bonus also when I do planting, and they will give me starting resources. So I got Hawaii, Kauai. These are different islands. Volcano. So Volcano and Lombok. Okay. So what it's saying is, get that on screen. I get to draw 5 cards, and one of them is going to go to my compost, and I'll get 4 soil. So it's like a starting. And then, if I planted this turn, I will get 2 growth per water that I planted this turn. So wet. So if I had that symbol up top, I would get 2 growth on that. I already have something that's going to give me 3 growth. Not as interested in that one. Let's check the other side. I'll get 2 sprouts when I do this type of right here. If I do these, if I plant those, gives me 5 cards. I lose 2 of them. They go to my compost, and then I get 7 soil. I like that a little better, although I'm not a fan of how many cards I get. I want to draft more cards. Here's one that has a lot of cards. And I get to draw a card when I plant terrain. Gives me a lot of cards. I lose a lot of cards, but it's going to give me, I'll have 7 cards in my hand to draft from to try to play, and I'll get 6. Doesn't give me any points. This one gives me 10 points. I'll have 6 cards, 3 of which I get rid of. And I will get a soil every time I play an event card. That 10 points is nice versus this is 0. Wow, this is a real tough choice to start the game. I don't like how many... The only thing I don't like about this is how many cards I don't get. So I only get 5. I think I'm still going to go with it. I like the ability. I get 7 soil. I get 4 points, whereas this one's 0. That's a tough call, though. Because I kind of want, if I'm going to go with my strategy, I want to see a lot of cards so I can make sure I get a lot of expensive cards. However, if I go too expensive, I'm not going to be able to play as much because I'll need to get a lot of soil. So I kind of want a lot of red abilities to go out there too. So I can get the red abilities will be like getting all this soil. Ooh, these 2 were easy decisions for me. This one's not easy at all. I'm going to go with my instinct. Even though it's not as many cards, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to slot that, take Hawaii, and this is gone. All right. After all that, which I could have done off camera, but I was trying to talk through it, we're going to start the game. So I take my starting stuff here. I'm going to get 5 cards, 2 of which are going to go to my compost face down. Those compost is going to be 1 victory point per card there. So I actually have essentially 6 victory points to start the game. And this would be 7. And I'll get 7 soil based on the card as well. So I'll take my 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take a look at these in a moment. I'll get 7 soil, which go right here. And now I am going to take a look and see what 2 cards I want to get rid of. So I want cost of 4 and victory points 4. So we're looking at these 2 being very good cards for me right now, just based on that alone. So I like these 2. This one gives me an ongoing ability that these types of shrubs will cost 1 less. I like to go for those, but I don't think I'm keeping anything that has that. This fog is okay, but I can only keep 3 cards. And these 2 I want to keep, even though, just because of the event, I want to keep these. I don't really care about this. So these, I'm actually going to keep the fog. It doesn't cost anything to play. I can just play it as an event and get things, which will help me. So I'm going to keep these 3. These 2 here go to my compost. I do not have these. All right, so these are my 3 cards. I'm going to leave them off screen and play them when I would like, and I'll probably put my tableau over here. In the game, you're going to have a 4x4 tableau. If you fill that out, the game will be over. Otherwise, in a solo game, when the AI finishes their deck of cards 2 times, so they only have 6 cards, so they're just going to have 12 actions, that will trigger end of game. Whoever triggers that end of the game is going to get 7 bonus points, signified right here. All right, so in this game, I go first in a solo game. So then I choose what action I would like to do. Now I only have 7 soil. It will cost me 10 to play 2. So let's go over some actions. Planting up top says I can plant up to 2 cards from my hand, and then I will draw 4 cards and keep 1. Then I will trigger my green abilities. You can see I have one right here. Then the 3 cards that I did not take out of those 4 are then going to my opponent, and they'll get the victory points on those cards at the end of the game. So I have to realize when I'm making that draft decision that they are going to get the victory points on the 3 cards that I don't take. Over here, I will get 5 soil. I will be able to put 2 cards from the deck in my compost, so that's 2 victory points, and then activate all my colored cards right here that have an ability for that color or anything that's wild. Some of these have all the colors. And then they're going to get a benefit here as well. They're going to get a benefit on everything that I do. Here, I'm going to get 6 sprouts, 2 soil, and again, activate this color. I activate in reading order, so top left to the right and on downward. I can also activate from my board first. If I had, like in this instance, I can activate this first if I want, or I can activate my tableau first. Does not matter. And then over here, I will gain 4 cards. I will gain 2 growth, do my activations of that color, and they will react. All right, that's the gist of what's going on. All right, so in this situation, I probably don't want to plant just yet. I could get more cards, however, then I'm foregoing this growth. So I'm not going to do that. I don't think I want to do these. I think I want to go ahead and go here, which will give me 5. I don't have any red actions that react to it, but I will get 5 soil and 2 victory points essentially. So drawing 2 cards and putting them there. And then my opponent is going to react. They're going to get 2 as well for their compost, plus 1 for every 2 dirt that I got. So I got 5 soil. They're going to get 2 more cards. So they're going to get 4 victory points for me doing that. This goes right here. Unlike this one, which will be victory points on the cards, these are just 1 point per. All right, so that is it. I am done with my turn. Not a very productive turn, but I did not have any red abilities that triggered, so I will probably be looking to plant next turn. So let's see what my opponent does. I'm going to give these a shuffle real quick. And here we go. First one, they are growing. So what happens is I do my abilities first, my action first, and then they do theirs. So here I'm going to either get 2 growth, which I'm not going to do because I have not planted yet, or get 2 cards. Then I'll activate any yellow abilities or rainbow types that I have. I don't have any yellow or any of these multicolored ones. All I can do here is draw 2 cards. So I will do that. Drawing 2 cards. Right there. Now you see this one's very expensive to play, but this is a terrain. Does it count? It does. It says plus 6 cards, not fauna, so just cards in general with that cost. So that would count if I were to play that. Same with this, 6 plus cards, each with that. So that's okay. Just taking a quick peek. All right. So now I have 5 cards that I can play. Then they are going to get 7 growth plus 1 for every card I earned this turn. So they're going to get 9 growth. They do that by this area right here. They don't have any cards, so what they do is they put it right here. So there's a threshold and there's victory points if it's all full. So this one's going to be full because it's 5. You probably can't see it up top, but this has a capacity of 5 and this has a capacity of 4. Well, they get 9 because 7 plus 2 is 9, because I got 2 cards that turn by virtue of this. So they get 9 growth. That's the 4. And they're always topped off with that canopy looking thing. And so there's 4 more plus another canopy. That would be the 5 spot. And yep, I knew that was going to happen. Come on. All right. So there is their 9 that they got for that. Now it is back to me. Now I am for sure going to plant here. So I can plant 2 of my 5 cards. And I could just plant 1 if I want. Let's see. I have 12. A 12 value. I think first thing I'm going to do is right here. I'm going to plant this. It's going to cost 6 soil. Is that the first thing? Yeah. Yep, I'm going to do that. 6 soil. And I'm going to start this down low. I can start this anywhere, but I have to place adjacent to it, and I can move it around. As far as if I want to play something below it, I could just do that, play something below it. It's a 4x4 grid. I'm just going to start this at the bottom, but the bottom could become lower if I want to shift. But I cannot technically move this card once there's things around. All right, so I'm going to put this here. I'm going to pay the 6 soil. And then this is an immediate action where I draw 2 cards. It will not trigger any more in this game. And this is where you get growth. So it's the same logic. This has a 3 capacity. There are 1 victory point for each of the stubs. But if I fill it up, it's 5 victory points in total, despite there only being 3 items. So I'm going to place this. I already paid for it. I'm going to draw 2 cards immediately. And then I could plant again. Now my real thought here, I can play things that are cheaper that give me bonuses. Like this will give me, every time the red action, I can draw a card. It doesn't go toward the thing I'm shooting for in the long run. I might just go for it though, because I could play those more expensive ones in a bit. I will. I'm going to do this. It costs 3. And it doesn't matter really where I place it. I am going to place it over here. The reason I'm doing that is because when you activate, like I said, it activates in reading order, and there might be a situation that I want to draw a card, because maybe I draw a card I don't want, and then there'll be another benefit that I have to discard a card to do something that I like to do. So I might want to have that card sooner. So I'm going to pay 3 for that. So I'll spend a 5 and get 2 back. All right, now I do my green abilities. Well, actually, I'm going to draw 4, because that's the second half of this action. I draw 4 and keep 1, and then the other 3 are going to be victory points, and they're going to be actually the victory points shown right here. So this one might be one I want to keep, simply because they're going to get 7 victory points if I give that to them. They're going to get 4 if I give this to them. And these are not negative points for them. They're negative for me when I play them, but they're actually turned positive when I get that to them. Okay. Well, logic says I want this. It is expensive, but it does meet the prerequisites of things I'm going for. I'm not going to give them the 7 points for a card that I could use. I'm going to give them these 3, and they'll get 6 victory points combined for all 3 of these. 4, 0, and 2. And these will go in this section as opposed to this section. These are 1 VP each, and these are cumulative on the VP. So now, I was supposed to activate before I did all that. Now, was there anything I could activate? No. I don't have any green abilities that do anything right now. If I planted a certain type, I could, but I did not plant that type. So my turn is done. And they reacted by getting those. Now it's their turn. All right, this is going to be, we're playing on a medium difficulty, so I don't care about this flavor text here. If I were playing on a beginner or an expert, there are some steps you can do down here. I'm playing on a medium, so I don't care. One of them is a good thing for the player, obviously the beginner player. And the other one makes it more difficult for the player. All right, so choose either lower fauna objective and place 1 leaf token for Gaia. So the leaf is going to go and was lower, right? Yes. So I have to pick one of these 2. Well, I'm not really going for this one, so I am going to give that here. Now I have 1 of those, but it wasn't part of my strategy. You need 8. So I'm going to give this one away and let Gaia have that one for sure. That's it. There's nothing to react to. They just did that. Now it's my turn again. Now I have some decisions here. I am leaning toward, I want to get sprouts. I'm going to do this blue action. I'll get 6 sprouts. So that are the green, it's the green cubes here. 6. And I can assign them. Let's just say I assign them all to this one because there's 6 spots for those. Okay. Then I get 2 soil. Then I activate my blue abilities. So I will spend 1 sprout to get 3 growth. I will happily do that. 1 sprout, and I'll get 3 growth. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one. So 1, 2, and then cap it off. That's 5 victory points there. And I don't have any other blue abilities. Now they are going to react to that. They're going to get 1 sprout for every blue ability I have. So I have 1, so they're going to just get it 1 sprout. No problem. We'll take that. They put it right here, and they will descend downward, so you know that it is 10 per column. Okay, their turn. And now they're going to do the same action. They're going to water. So I can either take 2 sprouts or 2 soil. I'll take 2 soil. Then I'll activate my blue ability again. So I'm going to take 2 soil. Puts me at 7. Then I'll activate my blue ability, which is to spend 1 of these sprouts to get 3 growth, which is good. I can use all 3 of those. This one has a capacity of 4. So I still have room for 1 more there. So 3 will go there. And then they're going to get 7 sprouts plus 1 for every blue ability. So that is going to be 8. I have 1 blue ability, so they get 1, and then they get 7, so 8 more sprouts for them on this board. 4. That means all but 1 will be filled on this column. Oh, 8. Well, they only had 1. Okay. 1. Wait, did I do 8? I said 7. There it is. Okay. Now they're done. Back to me. So with my 7 soil, can I plant? I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play an event. I'm going to play Fog. This will let me finish off this canopy right here, and I'll get 1 more sprout. I'm going to do that. The only reason I'm hesitant is I don't have any more places to put these. So I'm going to want to probably play something that will do that. Okay, I think I'm okay. I think I'm probably good to plant here. So I'm good to play that event. Finish this off right here. And get another sprout. I'll just put it here. Doesn't really matter which one you go with. This is just capacity overall. And I'm going to plant. Okay, so I can plant up to 2 cards. What do I have? 7. I'm going to plant these 2. So this one first. In this situation, it doesn't matter the row and column as much. I'll place it right here. Maybe I'll get something for the column for this tree. I have 2 tree symbols, so maybe I'll get something for that. Who knows? Currently, I don't have anything like that, but it's one tactic you can do. You can try to put in a row or a column and see what cards you get. Now, this one has this symbol here, and I have a benefit for that. I'll get 2 sprouts when I play it this turn, when I play one of those cards, so I'm going to get those. And then that one cost me 2 soil to play. 2. And then this one will cost me 4. And I will put this right here. Now I can pay all or some of that floor cost with cards in my hand instead of soil. But the cards in my hand go to the compost. That's not bad. So I'm going to pay 4, and I'm going to discard this event. Probably not going to use that. I think I'm going to discard this as one of my options. And I'm probably not going to go with this terrain here. It says I cannot choose the blue action if I have this card for the rest of the game. So I'm actually going to get rid of that. So these 2, I'm going to pay half my cost to put that there, and then I'll pay 2 soil instead of 4. All right, now I do my green activation. And there was just 1. I get 2 sprouts per one of those types that I played. I mentioned I did it right there. I'll just throw it here. Now they are going to react to what I'm doing right here, which is draw 4. And I pick the one I want and the 3 that they're going to get. Well, here's another situation where I really would hate to give that to them. Because that's 7 victory points for them if I give it to them. But this is getting very expensive for me to try to play these cards. I'm still going to do it. I can't afford to give them 7 when if I give them all 3 of these combined, it's 3 points. I'm going to give that to them. And I'll take the one that is going to be difficult to play. But I'm going to go with it. See what happens. It's a new tactics every time you play. All right, so that was their reaction. Now it's their turn. All right, they're doing compost. All right, so I can either get 2 soil or discard 2 from my hand to put in my compost. I am going to take the 2 soil and activate my orange-red abilities, my compost abilities. So I'll take the 2 soil. Puts me at 5. I will activate, which gives me 1 card. And it was a solid one. I like that one, I guess. It's okay. Venus Flytrap I got. The only thing I don't like about that is because I don't have a lot of cards. So this is letting me put cards in my compost, but I don't have a lot of cards. I don't have a strategy yet in place that earns me a lot of cards. But I activated that, and then they're going to gain 8 compost, plus they're going to gain soil based on how much soil I earned. I earned 2, so they're going to get 2 as well, and 8 compost. For every 10 soil they get, they will get 5, essentially 5 victory points. They have 5 cards in their compost. They're a long way from that, though. They only have 2, and they're going to get 8 cards in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 go to them. Right there. Back to me. I have 5 compost. Not really enough to plant. So, sorry, I said 5 compost. 5 soil. I am going to do the compost action. I will get 5. I'm actually going to set this to the side because they react to how much soil I get. So I'm going to get 5 soil. I'm going to get 2 cards to put in my compost. I will activate my orange abilities. In this case, just draw a card. And they will do this action, which will be 2 they're going to get 2 to their compost plus 1 per 2. So they're going to get 4 in their compost. Right there. And now I am up to 10 soil. And it's their turn. They're going to plant. And this one I can actually plant and draw a card. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to do that. Let's see. Which one is more of a priority here? We're going to do this. I'm going to play it on top of the shroom right here. Because again, shroom, 2 shrooms right there. It's going to cost me 8. So that's all but 2. 8 soil. And then I will gain a card. All right, then I can activate my green abilities. I did not plant anything that had that symbol, so my green ability is null. I don't have anything else there. I have a rainbow, but that does not count green. Rainbow being the other 3 actions. So they're going to get 3 cards into this area, and that's where they'll get victory points for them. So they're going to take this, and they're going to score 7 victory points. 4, 1, and 2. Because it goes in this pile, which is straight up victory points. So 7 victory points from doing that action. And then it's back to me. Now, I only have 2 soil, and I don't have a great engine for getting a bunch of soil, unfortunately. What I could do is I could try to get more cards that really bulk up my soil production. Now, to my goal, where I said I needed 6 cards, I am doing okay on that. I have 1, 2, 3 that go for both of those. So I'm halfway on both of those. These 3 cards. So it's just a matter of if I want to do that yellow action. The bonus does not give me anything there. I don't have any bonuses that give me soil. The only way for me currently to get soil is the base action right there, which isn't great to keep doing if I don't have anything really booning that, really helping it. And my cards, even in my hand, don't help me with that. So I might be in some trouble this game. But I'm going to go here and see if I can try to fix that or not. I'm going to draw 4 cards, none of which are the ones I'm looking for. This beach is interesting, though. I keep all of them. I was just looking at this. This one's interesting. It's just to isolate, and you get straight up points, and you get 4 victory points for everything that's empty. So I want to place it at one of the 4 corners. Okay. That card's okay, but nothing here helps my engine. Nothing here is giving me the soil I need. So unfortunately, bad spot for me, I believe. I'm going to get 2 growth that I can put anywhere on the open spots, so here or here. I will throw them right here. Activate my yellow abilities, which is draw another card. This one at least gives me 1. That's something. Doesn't go to my objective. It does go to this, which gives me 2 sprouts. This ability when I play one of these. So this isn't a bad card. It's actually one of the better ones for that cost, at least. All right. So I drew a card. I then get 1 more growth. And then I can lose a cube to get another growth. I will lose a sprout to get another growth. That will finish this one here. And that's all my yellow abilities here. I don't have any on my board. They will then react to what I did, which is they're going to get a growth per card that I gained this turn. Now I gained 4 plus 1. So they're going to get 5 growth this turn. So they'll get 3 and 2. Top those off. 3 and 2, so 5. All right, that is that. Now this is the last card, so I know that they're doing this top event. They're doing the top event, and I get to pick which one they're going to do. I have 0 of these. That's right, I have 0. So I'm going to give them that one. So I can pick which one. I'm not even thinking about that one. I never got a single card that I remember of that. If I did, I discarded to them. And I have 9 cards, and none of those in my hand are that simple. So they're going to take that one. All right, that is all their turn. They are halfway. The game's halfway over because these are going to shuffle, and it will be their turn to do all 6 actions again. All right. I only have 2 soil. I really don't have that much of a choice but to get more soil. And I would do it the hard way. Well, the easy way, but the not very efficient way of just doing that action, and it does not help me as much as I would like. There's no great way around this, though. I only have 2. If I were to do the plant action, I could plant that dragon blood tree that costs 1, but there's literally nothing else I could plant because I only have 1 soil left, and all these are a little bit too much. I have an event I can play, but none of it helps my soil production. So first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to play this event while I'm thinking about it. All right, so I'm going to spend a sprout to put 3 cards in my compost. It also gives me 1 point at the end. There's no real reason not to do that. I'll take one of these out and get 3 cards, 1, 2, 3 in my compost. Then I will do this action. I'm going to get 5 soil, 2 more cards in my compost from the deck, and red action, I can draw another card, and that is all of those actions that I have. Then they are going to put 2 cards in theirs, plus for every 2 soil that I earned, they're going to get another compost. So they're actually going to get 4. 4 victory points right there. I get the 5 soil. And it is their turn. So let me shuffle their 6 cards up. We are halfway home here. And now I'm in a spot where I'm really risking these points. I probably can't do it. I don't have the soil production. I never got it to be able to really tackle those. It's unfortunate. So they're probably going to get both before me. It all depends on when they come out, I guess. So not yet. They are going to water. So I can either take 2 sprouts or 2 soil. Well, I'm desperate for soil, so I'm taking 2 soil. I now have 9. Then I can activate my blue abilities. I'll spend... I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to spend 1 sprout to get 3 growth, so that will finish that. Alright, that's all from here. Then I have this one here where I can spend 1 to get another growth. I'm not going to do that because I have nowhere else to put it. So that's all. Now they are going to, for every blue ability, they get a +1 on their sprouts, plus they have 7. So I have 2 blue abilities technically now, 1 and 2. So they're going to get 9 sprouts. So they'll get 1 here, and then all but 2 to fill up. I'm going to leave a little room on this one. Alright, 9 sprouts. And they're done. Back to me. I now have 9 soil to spend. This one's good for me. 9 to spend. Wish I had 1 discount. Oh, you know what? This one is a discount. Okay. Alright, I am going to do that. I will do these 2. Take a look again, just make sure that's what I want. So I'm gonna plant. I'll plant this one here. Okay. It's gonna cost me 6 soil. So I have 3 left. And then this is going to cost me 4, but I may place some or all of the flora cost with sprouts instead of dirt. So I think I am going to spend 2 and 2. And these are the trees. I'll put this right here. All right. 2 sprouts and 2 soil. And I played a card, this American Beach. I played it with that symbol. So I do have that bonus that I get 2 sprouts when I play that. The other card did not have that. So I get the 2 sprouts right back. So 1 here, here, or not. Okay, and I have no other green abilities there. I will draw 4. So that knocked out 2 more toward my goal. I'll have to count to see what I'm at now. 4 cards, this one being the best for them. Ooh, I like the card too. And I need, okay. This one's not bad either. Ooh, so on red action, I can get 3. I can do the same here, but this one's so much easier to play. All right, let's see, where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 1 more card there. 1 more card and I can claim both. If I were able to play this card, I can claim both. None of these cards would do that for me, and I think I should go for it. I need 7. I only have 1. It's going to be tight. It will just depend when the card, if they're at the bottom, I'll be okay. If they're not at the bottom, their things, I'm going to lose some points. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to stick with my strategy that hasn't been working too great because I haven't had the soil production I need, and I'm going to go with that. Yeah. So they're going to get 3 points by virtue of me not taking these. Okay. Back to them. Let's see if they do an event. They are. Dang it. They're going to take this top one. So that's going to give them a +4 and me a -4 when they take it. Essentially. Because now I can't have the 15 points. Instead of them getting 11, I'm getting 11. If I accomplish it. Alright, that's their turn. So now I'm in no rush to do this one. But they can still do this one. So it really doesn't matter. This one is based upon spending soil. Whoa, oh boy. I think I have to generate the soil. That'd be 5. Now, technically, just considering my options here. I can go for the soil. I'm not planting. This is one I'm ruling out. I'm ruling this out too. So it's between these two. Getting soil. Now this one will give me some soil. The only reason I'm hesitating on this one is because I really, if I want to play my bigger cards, I have 2 7s and 2 8s. And if I did this, I would only have 6. So it would take 2 actions or them to do the compost action as well to get me stuff. So I may do this, which gives me sprouts. And it won't give them very much for me doing that. And I could use a refill on my sprouts, and I would still get the 2 soil. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take 6 sprouts. I'll just be lazy this time and place, all 6 in one. Six sprouts, 2 soil. Then I'll activate my blue abilities. I'll start on my board while I will discard a sprout and gain 3 growth. I can only get 2. No, I can do 3 right here. Yeah, I'll do 3 right there. Be done with that one. 3. Oh, that one only has a capacity of 1. Okay, so I'm gonna do 3. So 2 are gonna be here. 1, 2, and then the third will be right here, where it has capacity of 1. All right, that's this one. Now this I'm not gonna do because I have to discard a sprout to gain growth, but I'm maxed out of my growth. This one I can get rid of 2 cards and put in my compost. I'm going to do that. I'm gonna get rid of this lava flow. And I can do one more. I'm gonna get rid of one of my higher point ones right here, my higher cost ones. Because I'm not gonna be needing this, I don't think. Yeah, that's good, but nah. It costs 8 soil. I'm gonna get rid of one of those. I have a lot of higher. Oh, I have 3 left that are higher cost. Okay, so I did that. I activated all my blue abilities. Now they are going to get 1 cube per blue ability I have, and now I have 3. So they're going to get 3 sprouts. 1, 2, 3. Their turn. Don't be an event. Okay, they are growing. I was hoping to be the red one, but that's okay. I can either take 2 cards or 2 growth. Now I'm going to take 2 cards, and they are going to take 4 cards. I got this turn, so they're going to take 9 growth. But I can activate my yellow abilities too. So let's do it step by step. I'm going to take 2 cards, because I cannot grow anywhere. 2 cards. 1, 2. Activate my yellow abilities, which is draw a card, gain a growth. The growth goes to waste. So I'll draw a card. Not going to do that. That's all my yellow abilities. Okay, now they're going to take 7 growth plus 1 for every card I took. Well, I took 2 cards. So they're going to get 9 growth. 1. 6. I said 9, so they get 3 more there on the 4 capacity. Okay. They're done. I only have still 3 compost, 3 soil. So I'm really forced to do this now. Okay. I'm getting 5 soil, 2 from a deck to my compost, activating my red abilities from reading order, so I get a card. I can lose a sprout to gain a growth. There's nowhere to do that. And then I can discard 2 cards to my compost. I'm definitely going to do that. I have 10 cards. I'm going to do the ones that are out of reach. 1, 2. All right. So I'm going to get rid of these expensive ones. And that's all the red abilities I have. So I only gained 5. Puts me at 8 though. 5. So now they react. They're going to get 4 to their compost, just like always, because I never have more than 5 that I've gotten from the compost action. So they're going to put 4 victory points right there. And now I'm just hoping that they don't do the event, because I'm doing the event next, I believe. Yep. Okay, they didn't. This is even better for me because I can plant. I can use their plant action. So right now, I get to plant once and then draw a card and activate green. So I have a couple good options here. I'm favoring this one because I can draw cards with it. So I'm going to do that. And it is a shroom. I'm going to throw it over here. Now I got to think of the beach action here. Remember, I want to isolate a corner. But that's orthogonally adjacent. So I could, if I put it up here, I could, if I ever need to play it, I could put it right there. Because I can play things, when I play these, I can play it diagonal as well. So I could isolate it up there. So this is not a bad spot for it. And it gives me the mushroom in this in case I do get a card that benefits me in that fashion. Which is unlikely, but I always leave that option open. So this one's going to cost me 7 compost, which leaves me with 1 left. And then I believe I accomplished both of these. First, I'll look. I have 6 plus cards that have 4 victory points or more on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have this. So I will put this here. And then 6 plus cards with a cost of 4 or more soil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. All right, so I'll claim that as well. I'm not even close on these. I have 0 of these, and 8 cards or more with the wet habitat. I only have like 2 of those. 1, 2, 3. No, 2. Yeah, only 2 of these. So I'm not even worried about those. I am forfeiting those. Oh, I didn't move this. That was playing that. Now I still have 1 left, and I could play another one, and I think I will. It does have a good symbol, at least. This dragon blood tree at least has this symbol here. I'm going to play this for 1 compost, for 1 soil. And I will play it here. So right now I have a 3x3. Again, you go up to 4x4 in this game. So I will pay that 1. That works for me. I like it. All right, then draw 4. Oh, sorry. Green abilities. So, green abilities. I did play 1 that has that symbol. So I will get 2 sprouts. 1, 2. And I don't have anything else that gives me anything when I play, when I plant. So I'm going to draw the 4. And then their action is going to be to collect the 3 I discard. Well, this right away gives them 5 victory points. This one gives them 4. I don't care about this one. I don't even want that one. I'm probably not going to be able to pay for that one either, though. Don't care about any of these. This one's probably the best for me. But honestly, do I care about these? No. No, I don't care about any of them. These are going to be straight discard. I guess I'll just take the 1. Take this away from them. Just give them the 6 points. And, yeah. That's the best I can do, I guess. This is just straight out discard situation. All right, their turn. All right, this is what I was hoping they would do before, but this is fine now too. I can take 2 soil or 2 of my cards in the compost. Well, I have 0 soil, so I'm going to take 2 soil. Hope for the best there. Activate my abilities. Get 1 more soil. Yay! Knock that down. I love these. 1 soil. And then I can lose a sprout to get 3 more soil. Now this is going to help them, I think, when I take all the soil, right? Yeah, that's okay. I'm still going to do it. I will remove a sprout. So 1, then another 3. So I'm getting 4 soil. Just take the 5 and lose 1. Draw a card. Get rid of a cube to get a growth. I guess. I don't see a reason not to, really. Get a growth. I'll go here. Okay. Good. And yes, I will discard 2 cards to my compost. There was that 1 I just got that I'm not going to use. I'm not going to use... Ooh. Yeah, it's just too expensive. Yeah, just a little too expensive. 5 victory points, huh? I'll get rid of this one. And these. Yeah. Alright, so I'm getting rid of 2 cards. And that's all my red abilities. So then they are going to put 8 cards in their compost, and they're going to get 1 for every 1 that I gain. Every 1 of the soil that I gain. If I gain 2, well, I just gained 6 because I can see it in my hand right now. I had 0 going to that hand. So I gained 6. So they're going to get 6 soil, which still doesn't hurt me yet. Because now they're at 8. They need 10 to get 5 in their compost. And they're going to get 8 in their compost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 right there. Now we're almost at the end of the game. They have 1 card left. I know it's that event because they haven't filled it out right here. So this is an 11-point card. It will trigger end of game. So this is my last action right here. I have 6 compost, so I am going to go ahead and play. Ooh, I was 1 short of getting the beach. What can I do? I don't think there's anything I can do to mitigate this. Oh. Well, I can spend 3 sprouts to get 2, so I gotta do that. I gotta lose 2 victory points to play that card. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lose 3 sprouts. Yeah, 3. That hurts a little bit, but it's worth it. To get 2 soil to help me play what I need. Okay. It's not that bad, because I'll get those sprouts back. So I'm going to go here, play cards, plant. I'm going to plant this, play the beach card, the terrain card. And I'm going to isolate it in one of the corners. It's going to cost 7 compost, but it's going to give me 4 times 4 plus 9. So 16, 25 points just for playing this card. 9 base points, then 4 for it being adjacent to nothing, essentially, orthogonally adjacent, because the outside island counts. So that works. Outside island over there, north and east, will give me another one. Okay, so I'm definitely playing that. It's going to cost me 7, so I have 1 left. And that is also one that gives me that ability to get my 2 sprouts. I don't get it just yet. I have to wait till I'm activating, but... And the other thing is, I only have 1 left. I could play this, but really, it's not worth it, because I'll have to lose 2 of those. It will give me sprouts back. I'll lose 2 again. So I think it's a wash. If I were to do that, I would lose 3 right now. I would get another 2 back, so that's losing 1 point. And I would get that 1 point back here, so it does not really matter. So it's a wash if I play that. The other ones aren't even a consideration, really. So I am going to not do that, since that's just waste time. I'm going to draw my 4. I'm definitely taking the highest VP, which is this one, the 4. They're going to get 7 points. 2 plus 2 plus 3. And then they are going to end the game. I do get the 2 sprouts. I got to remember to do that. Sprouts these. So I will just fill these 2 out. All right, and then they're going to end the game by playing this event card. Gives them that, and they end the game, so it gives them that as well. And we're ready to score. I don't react to anything they do right there. So we're going to score and see how much I lost by. Let's check it out. First, I'm going to add up the victory points, the straight up victory points at the top left of the cards that I have in my tableau. So I'm going to start right, I'll start in reading order. 9, 10, 14, 18, 19, 26, 30, 34, 39. Events, I have a 1 and a 0, so I get 1 point on events. Compost, so for every 1 card I have here, it's 1 point. 21. 1 for every sprout. 4, 6, 8. Then the growth in these areas. So I am going to get the points. Don't follow me. Okay. 3, 8, 9, 14, 20, 23, and 28. 28 on the growth. I do the objectives. So first one here, 5 VP for every 2 cards with 4 VP or more on it. So the cards that have 4 VP or more, I think is 6, 7. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's an odd number, so I just get the 15 for that one. Doing this in a one order wrong, because I'm supposed to get this first. This one I know is just 16. 4 times 4 is 16 for that terrain card. I was supposed to do a terrain card before that. Okay, and now these 4 VP for every 2 flora with 2 or less growth. The growth are not needed, so I don't have to actually have it. So the capacity is 2 or less. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 points in that one. 7 per column in which each of the 4 cards, so I don't have a column with 4 cards in it. Yeah, so I don't have a column at all, and I kind of went against that. Have different. So I was doing the same. I did the exact opposite of what I should have done. Let me see if this was the opposite. This is row. So this would have been a lot better. But I never had 4 in a row either. I didn't even pay attention to this at all. That's a 0. All right. Now the events. I got 26 on events and 0 for this. So my total, let's see here. Do a quick addition here. $162 is not going to be, oh, and then I get victory points for this too. So 167 is not going to be enough to beat the AI. All right, 167 is my final. Did not play very good. My main issue was not generating enough soil. Didn't have quite the engine. I couldn't get quite the engine up to do that. Okay, let's see what they have though. We're still gonna do their score. So this is gonna be all added together, not just counted by 1. So 2, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 16, 17, 19, 21, 25, 25 plus 7, 32. 32 in there, in that pile. No events. And then compost, that's 1 for all of these. So bear with me. $32. Sprouts, 21. Growth, 25 plus 13. So 38. Not looking good. They're going to get 7 points for ending the game. They get nothing for that. And they're going to get the points for this. So that's 45 plus 11, 56. Yikes. All right, let's see what they finish with. $186. So last time I played solo, I only played 1 time solo before this. I lost by 21. I had 164. This time I had 167. They scored 1 more point than last time they played. So the final, they beat me by 19. I had 167. The AI has 186. So I've yet to beat them on medium difficulty. I haven't tried beginner. Too stubborn to try beginner. But I can tell you my fatal flaw this game was not only do I not play optimally, I'm sure, is that I could not quite get the soil I needed to go for these type of objectives. I needed to generate more soil if I want to do something like this. Yes, I accomplished both. I set out what I was trying to do. I didn't get there fast enough. That's an 8-point swing there. And it made me kind of forego any other strategy. I couldn't go for these even. I had nothing for scoring except for that beach that gave me 25. That was nice. Other than that, I really didn't have anything that I can chain off symbols, anything like that. So I think that's my fatal flaw in this game. But sometimes you're at the mercy of the deck as well. All right. Well, hopefully that gave you a feel of how to play Earth. We'll have a review soon. Maybe we'll do a 4-person review on that one because Andrew and Sam have this game as well. So until then, we'll see you next time.